Hi everyone, nice to see you all. How's everybody doing? I'm doing this favorites live. I actually put out a poll and I was just getting some ideas because I've been doing polls lately to see what you guys like based on the videos that you guys watch the most. Just so that I'm not wasting my time with certain videos because I feel like some of them you don't watch and you don't have to watch them, but I just want to do what you guys watch. So I noticed that Harry Styles and Johnny Depp were my highest viewed videos. So I was like, you know what? Let me see a poll of who I should do next, and it actually came out as a tie. So it's like, you know what? Let me just go live today. And do both of them. And I wanted to add Aaron Taylor Johnson just because he's also a popular one, and I was asked to do it by quite a few of you recently. So I'm doing an update on your favorites. So I'm going to start with Harry Styles. We'll do Aaron Taylor Johnson and then Johnny Depp after. So please like this live, everybody. I'm going live earlier today because I have plans tonight. So fun plans. I'm excited. But I can't do my lives a night. Well, tonight rather. Okay, so let's get into this. I'm really excited to have you all. Let's check out the comment section. I do have to say this one last announcement. I'm waiting for a package. I'm getting a new phone, so if they come, UPS has been driving me insane because I have a Ring camera and it's on my watch. So I have to look at my watch sometimes. It's just so that I need to get my phone because my old phone is literally on its last leg. So I have to wait for my phone. They knocked yesterday. They came yesterday. I was home. I got so frustrated because they knocked once and I didn't hear it because they didn't knock enough. And I looked at my Ring camera after because I heard a buzz, but I was in my room and I was like, oh my gosh, is somebody knocking? I can't hear the knocking. So I just I have to look at the alert because apparently they don't knock more than once, which doesn't make any sense to me. But anyways, so thank you for the rant, for listening to my rant. I was really upset with them. But I just have to make sure I get my phone. Yeah. So how's everybody doing today? Oh, hi Brianne. How are you? Nice to see you as always. I appreciate you so much. Hi Dee Dee. Oh, I love you guys. You guys really make my week. This is why I've stayed so committed to this channel. When I started this channel in 2021, I used to do these videos on my Instagram. And then somebody messaged me, some random person, and it was like, why don't you start a YouTube channel? I was like, I didn't work out. They're like, no, but we really like, and I don't know who this person is, I want to thank them. But he said to me, it was a guy, he's like, I really like your, because they were going viral, these videos I was doing. And he was like, you got so many views. One of them, I think, got like 27,000 views. I was like, yeah, maybe I should start. He told me exactly what to do. Because I tried to start a YouTube channel before, it didn't really work out. But he said to me to start a whole different email account. He gave me like everything to do, and then he just disappeared. And in fact, the message because I wanted to thank him after, but the account doesn't exist anymore. And I thought, oh my gosh, what? Thank you for helping me. I appreciate it. So yeah, so forgot the beginning of my story for that. Super excited. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I'm excited too. I am. I haven't had that much sleep, so please just keep that in mind because I've been waiting for my package. So if I stumble or something, I forget something, please remind me in the comment section. I know Brian, you're really great at that. Yeah. So let's get into it. I'm going to start off with Harry Styles' chart actually. We're going to do an update, but I love looking at people's charts. It can really give you a synopsis of, especially with people's, I saw you got an accurate prediction on the Blake. Yes, just in case. Yes. So one of my poll questions was, should I continue? I had 4 people. This and last year's highest views. I looked at all of those numbers, and it was Johnny Depp, Harry Styles, It Ends With Us, and Diddy. So I asked, out of those 4, who do you want to see the most? So Johnny Depp came 1 out of that poll. I don't know if I had Harry Styles there actually, because I don't know if I had him, honestly. But Johnny Depp came at 1, and then 2 was somebody else. So I was like, I don't think I should continue to answer those updates. I've been accurate a lot, and I predicted things that have happened that are still going to happen. So I think when he files, because I know he's going to file, when he files his, um, that's when I'm going to do an update. Because these things take time. You know, the law, that's what a lot of people don't do. The law takes time. I'm personally going through some legal things from a former employer. I can't get into it because that will ruin my case. But I'm just telling you, I've had to remind myself to be patient because it's a tedious, judicious process that you really have to stay focused on and have your mind in the right um, mental frame. You know, if you think about Johnny Depp's case, how many years did it take? When did they get married? That's what I'm trying. I'll look it up. I'll look it up because I don't have time to look it up. But it's taken a long. It took a long time for Johnny to clear his name. So it's gonna take a long time for Justin to clear his name. But if anybody, because I know some celebrities and some publicists watch my stuff. If you know Justin Baldoni, please tell him to not give up. I know that they said he moved to Nashville, which I think is so much better. One of my advices that I gave in the video, I don't think he watches my things, and I haven't heard anything. There are some celebrities and publicists that have reached out to me and said that they watch my video. I don't think he does, but I have had my Instagram blocked. I don't accept messages anymore. Just it's the energy. I have nothing against anybody. I appreciate all of you that watch. It's just that personally, it's a lot for me to handle. Messages on Instagram are a lot for me to handle. It overwhelms me, you know. It's like group chats. Group chats overwhelm me too. So anyway, so one of the advice that I gave him in my video was to move from LA. To be done completely, he can do like America. I even said I see him in the future focusing more on like wholesome American style movies, um, family movies, and they're going to do very well, very, very well. People are going to support him. But I told him, get out of LA. If you are an authentic person, get out of LA. I know some people that are from LA write me and they're like upset that I said that. LA is just not good for me. I'm glad I lived there because I had a wonderful experience in some circumstances. I met my favorite ex there, and I would not. I mean, I'm so grateful that I ever met him, you know. But other than that, so okay, so I want to put up this chat, and then I'm going to get into the reading. So this is Harry Styles. I'm going to start off with. So Sun is in Aquarius. I say this all the time. I have a very, very similar chart. It's kind of creepy. Sun in Aquarius, Moon in Libra, Mercury in Aquarius, except my Mercury is in Capricorn. My Venus in Aquarius, Mars in Taurus, except for his is in Aquarius. I only say that because, and his midheaven is in Leo. I only say that because I feel myself relating to Harry Styles a lot, especially in situations and how he handles things. Obviously, we don't have the exact same chart, so it's not going to be exact. But I can relate to Harry Styles a lot because our charts are very similar, especially as a Sun in Aquarius. Even though male Sun in Aquarius are very different, also the British, you know, upbringing. So I relate to him a lot. I can understand him a lot. I think that's why some of you have complimented me, and I'm so grateful for this compliment. Said that I'm the best Harry Styles reader because I get it. You know, the cultural differences, the upbringing. You know, yeah. So I get it. So particularly this year with his Venus in Aquarius, I was watching this video. I forgot her name. She was so good. Forgot her name. It's on YouTube, and she's going through different Venus signs and what it means. I wish I remembered her name because I'd share it with you guys. But she explained everything so well. She did such a good job. And she said that Venus in Aquarius, because that's what I have too. Venus in Aquarius, our love language is space. And that's been my biggest issue. My number one issue I've had in relationships is that people don't understand I need space. I need a lot of space. Just because I need space does not mean that I don't love you. I've had exes think I'm trying to break up with them because I'm telling them I need space. It's not from you. I'm like that with everyone. I need a lot of space. And unless you're Venus in Aquarius, you don't get it. And he is too. I see that he needs a lot of space. And I said that I think that Zoe Kravitz, actually, let's look at her chart. Because I think she needs space too. She might have, that's why Sagittarius get us too, because they need space. Okay, her Venus is Scorpio, so it's not it. But I see she needs space too. But I see when she's in, she's fully committed. So yeah, so that is kind of Venus and Scorpio. But that's why I said she's going to play his game on him, and he won't even realize that she's doing it. So let's look at her chart really quickly, because I find her very fascinating too. By the way, I watched the movie Blink twice. I loved it. Loved it. Okay, so her sun is in Sagittarius, Moon is in Virgo, interesting. Mercury in Sagittarius, Venus in Scorpio, rising in Libra. And her midheaven is a Cancer. I can see that about her midheaven being Cancer. Because she has a very, the positive side of Cancers, they have this nurturing energy. And I can see that about her, very motherly energy. Especially, she was in that show, that HBO show, Big Little Lies, something like that I really liked. She gave Cancer energy in that, so I can see that. I can see that a lot. So let's get into. I'm gonna pull some cards. I'm using the Lycius Tarot. So I'm so glad when she said the Sun, Venus and Aquarius in this place. I'm like, thank you. Somebody gets it. Okay, so with the Chariot, Ten of Pentacles, and the Wheel. Particularly with the Wheel, I've said this before, that I see this being a year for him where how old is he? He's 31 this year, right? He's 1994. So he's a year older than my sister. Yeah, so he's 19. He's going to be 30. He's turning 32. Oh my gosh. And I say this all the time, but when you turn 32, something happens. The number 5 is about change in numerology. So 3 plus 2 equals 5. And a lot of change is coming into his life, especially with the Wheel. It's almost like the change is going to happen rapidly. He's going to change his management. He's going to change people around him. He might have already changed. You know how I tell you guys this all the time. I don't focus on celebrity news. People have to send me stuff for me to realize that. Except for It Ends With Us. I've kept up with It Ends With Us. But other than that, I have to really... people have to tell me. So I see that he is changing a lot. It's going to happen very rapidly. Like his management all of a sudden retires, something like that. And he's like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? But Harry, trust the universe. When you're in your early 30s, 20s, people, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I get told a lot that I look like I'm in my 20s. Every time somebody says that to me, I tell them, or I think in my head, I would never want to be in my 20s again. I was so insecure, and not insecure, and like, I just didn't trust myself, you know? That's what I mean about insecure. I didn't trust myself. I didn't trust my intuition. I didn't trust that I knew enough to get by, you know? And that's what happens in your 20s. You haven't had lived experience enough to trust yourself because you don't have the proof, you know? You just have to go around and live. You have to fake it till you make it, basically. So in your early 30s, you start to see, okay, did that work for me? Maybe not, you know? And I would encourage him, 30s has been the best for me, best. I would encourage him to trust. Trust that everything is going to work out. And you can do, I think we've also been raised, especially British culture is very much like this, where unless you have to constantly be doing something to prove your worthiness, you know? But that's not how abundance works. That's not how the universe works. That's not how energy works. Do enough, and this is something I realized in my mid-30s, as long as you do enough, you'll be fine. And you don't have to do enough for people to like you. You don't have to do enough to control situations. You don't have to do enough for externally. It's internal. What you can control. Oh, hi, Miss J. How are you? So nice to see you. Yay. I'm glad you could join. I'm doing my live earlier because I have plans tonight. So I didn't want to miss you guys this week. So, yeah, do enough that you don't have to feel like you're overdoing, you know? And as long as you do enough, you say enough, there's a confidence that comes in your 30s that I don't know how you guys feel, because I know some of you in your 30s too, and older, which is great. I can't wait to get older. When I be 40 in 3 years, and I'm so excited. If God willing, I'm ecstatic because I feel like every year just gets better and better. I see it clearer. I understand life more. I understand myself more. I don't, I was telling a colleague this, in your 20s, you just want to say yes. She was actually one of them that was like, oh my God, you look young. And I was like, I know, but I'm grateful that I look younger. But I'm not a kid. When I was in my 20s, I felt like a kid. So it's time to mature, Harry. Trust. Because it's going to be okay. It really, really will. Even if it's not okay, you can still learn from it. So let's move on to who's next? ATJ. I just saw a comment. I'm 35. I'll be 36 on March 2nd. Great. That's so awesome. I love that. I'll be 37 on February 6th. I can't wait. I'm so excited. So excited. Like, even because I go spinning a lot, and I usually spin with young kids. And I just look around and I'm like, oh my gosh, not in a judgmental way. Sometimes I do feel myself being judgy, not when it comes to spinning, but when I see somebody young and they think they know it all, they're ready for all the answers, and I'm just thinking to myself, oh my gosh, that was me. I had to fake it. I had to fake it and pretend, but people can see through pretend. But when you're young, you don't realize that. You don't realize that people can see through pretend and faking it. Okay, so let's move on to ATJ, Aaron Taylor Johnson. I'm going to put up his chart. Alright, share screen. He is a Gemini. Okay, so Sun and Gemini, Moon and Aquarius. I can see his Moon and Aquarius, definitely. Can't find his rising, but his Mercury is in Gemini, Venus in Taurus, and Mars in Aries. I'm just realizing a lot of my most popular videos are British celebrities, English celebrities to be more specific. So I'm wondering if my accent the algorithm matches me with these people. Just thinking about that. But anyways, so Jupiter in Cancer, Saturn in Capricorn. That's intense. Uranus in Capricorn too. So deep lessons he has to learn in this lifetime. Deep, deep, deep lessons. So let's get into it. There's hard lessons he has to learn. Man. People with Saturn and Capricorn tend to be, they have to be like, it's tough having that Saturn and Capricorn. Because his lessons that he has to learn come through struggle. Wow. That's, I feel for him. I have a soft spot for him, I don't know why. I usually don't like a lot of English celebrities. I say this all the time. I have a love-hate relationship with English people and European people. And every time I go, I'm like, oh gosh, why did I come? I go to see my friends and family, and it's literally I land at Heathrow, and I'm like, oh. And it's funny, when I was younger and we used to go to Heathrow, I would see other adults, other English people, when they came from other countries at Heathrow, and they would encounter like a security guard, whatever, saying something to them, and they would say, oh, welcome back to Heathrow, welcome back to the UK, like rolling their eyes. Now I feel like when I go to the UK. I'm like, welcome back to UK. Yeah. Just because very judgmental culture. Yeah. Okay, so let's get into his current energy. You know, I did do a reading about picking up about a woman. It turns out I think it was Ariana Grande. So the Sam Taylor Johnson is clinging on to him for dear life. So sad. So sad. So let's see the current energy. Wow. Woo. Okay, so I'm using how amazing. Woman Tarot. You see when I say when I don't sleep enough, I either have a bad memory or I become very like to the point. Very to the point. But today it's my memory, so please stay with me. So the Eight of Cups, the Hanged Man, and Two of Wands. Things are not looking good at home. I mean, I just don't understand what she expected though. But Sun and Pisces, I've seen the shadow side to them. Sorry, Brianna, I know you're Sun and Pisces. I know you don't take things personally. That's what I love about you so much. You don't take it personally at all, and I love that so much. But the shadow side of Sun and Pisces is that they can control the people. They tend to love people that they feel like they can control. Similar to Capricorns, and Capricorns can do that too. But I see him every time he wants to leave, she'll come back. You know, she'll fight for them to be together, and because she's the Sun of Pisces, and he's Sun of Gemini. And some people say it's a good match. I don't think so, because Geminis tend to like freedom too. You know, as signs like freedom. Less Libra, they like freedom to an extent, but Aquarius and Gemini, we need freedom. That's big to us, like big, 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 big. So I think she's been able to keep this hold over him because she basically trapped him when he was a kid, you know? And because 18 is a kid. And I remember when the story came out, and I would say to people, because he's what? 2 years younger than I am. How old is he? Let's see. Yeah, he's younger than I am. And I remember when the story broke, I think it was even on Oprah, and they were in the tabloids and all that kind of stuff. This is when I used to read tabloids back in the day. I was 19, so I remember when it came out, and he was 18. She was pregnant, and people were going after her. And I remember how effed up it was that they were twisting it and making it, and they said, "Oh well, if it was a woman, she wouldn't. If it was a guy, nothing would happen to him." And I was like, does anybody remember Woody Allen? How people went after Woody Allen? No matter what, it's still wrong. It's wrong, wrong, wrong. And I think under 25, even in your 20s and you're older, it's not going to end well. It's not going to be a healthy relationship. It's just not. 30 plus, yes. But under 30, it's not going to be a healthy relationship. Because I know myself when I was 18, I was a mess. You know? Okay, I don't take that person. I love that. I love that about you so much. Really. You're such a fun, loving person. I really love that. So yeah, so you know, she had him. He's very well aware. He just wants to get out and make it like a clean break. I think she threatened him. But he's very well aware. Four Pentacles. He's just planning a way for once to get out. And we're going to hear about, in the next 2 to 3 years, we're going to hear about him leaving. So I wish him all the best. I know, I feel like he really deserves it. You know, I don't know. I always say this, that. I mean, English men don't do it for me. I've never dated an English guy in my life, which is crazy. They just don't do it for me. I don't know what it is. But if I were into English guys, I would think he's attractive, and I would see what people see. So I do see what people see. He's just not to my liking. But he's very attractive. He's just not my type. Okay, so let's get into last but not least. Then I need to go. hope the shows up on time. My little phone person from UPS delivery guy. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm gonna do Johnny Depp. We're going to hear him what? I couldn't hear the end. Oh, sorry. We're going to hear that he has filed for divorce in the next 2 years. He's going to file. He's the one that's going to file. And it's going to shock, it's going to be like shocking, the things we're going to hear in the divorce documents. It's going to be like she screams at him, she throws things, he fears for his life, stuff like that. We're going to hear stuff like that, which is so sad. But her ex-husband, excuse me, tried to say it. Her ex-husband tried to say that she was like psychotic. For some reason, they shut down a lot of the stuff. Because I remember when it was happening. I was 19. That's how I remember. And he was 18 because we were around the same age. I just thought to myself, she's 42? Are you kidding me? And I was dating somebody older than I was at that time. So, like, not really one to judge. He was 33, though. I mean, 30s or 40s is a little different. And I wasn't having his kid. So, I don't know. Just, it was very different. I just remember thinking to myself, this is not okay at all on any level. And I remember they went on Oprah, right? They went on some talk show. I was like, this is outrageous. That is sad. It's very sad. He's going to have transit Saturn conjunct his Venus in 2020. Interesting. And he has Saturn in Capricorn. That's very strong energy. And like I said at the beginning of his reading, his lessons in this lifetime are going to be hard lessons. The kind of lessons that your Saturn will tell you that. What your Saturn is in often tells you the kind of lessons you'll have to learn in the lifetime. And you'll also know too. But he has to learn the hard way. He's just one of those kind of people where I think he gives people too much benefit of the doubt. He doesn't trust his intuition. He was very young. He came from a sad situation. His mother, I think, was very similar to Sam. And he has really had to go through it. And he just thinks, oh my gosh, again, oh my gosh, again. And it's unfortunate, but some people just have very hard lifetimes. But the good news is that we can always do something about it, you know? We're never, unless it's violent, you're never really the victim. You always have a chance to learn, to grow, and to heal. So I wish that for him. I think that the situation, it's very wrong. It's very, very wrong. And I remember thinking, watching an interview, like, this is so effed up, you know? So effed up. Oh, you're tired? Hello, I'm tired and busy. Oh, you're tired? Oh, poor thing. I'm sorry, boo. I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, so let's get into, last but not least, Mr. Johnny Depp. Oh, baby. We'll do a close up. Okay, share screen. Look at his chart. Yeah, but TJ is gonna go through a lot of struggles. Sad. Okie dokie. So, Kentucky, born in Kentucky, 844. American actor, film producer, musician. Oh, so he did win a Golden Globe. Tell me this today and I'll forget it next week. I'm terrible with this kind of stuff. You know what's funny? I was watching this interview. I was in the bath last night, right? And my TV just went on autoplay because I forgot what I was watching, and then it went on autoplay. It was Kobe Bryant. And I could hear the voice of the interview, and I was like, who's being interviewed? It's that guy, right? I was like, Conan O'Brien. Because certain things I just don't, it goes through. But if you ask me to name a reality housewife or a variety star, I'll know the answer. But celebrities, sports, in one ear, out the other ear. So I have to like really pay attention. So one Golden Globe. I wonder what he won Golden Globe for. Does anybody know? A Screen Actors Guild. Good for him. So his sun is in Gemini, moon is in Capricorn, Mercury in Taurus. Mercury in Taurus. Interesting. Venus in Taurus, Mars in Virgo, Saturn in Aquarius. That's also very interesting. Neptune, Scorpio, Pluto in Virgo, Uranus in Virgo. So his Uranus in Virgo tells me that he wants to keep things in order, but they kind of like keep shifting. You know? I don't know how to explain that. He's like, okay, today I'll do this, and then something weird will happen. He's like, wait, I didn't mean to do that. Like, what's going on? You know? So I think he's constantly, and especially with his North Node in Cancer too, interesting. He's constantly trying to keep things like in the straight and narrow, and then things like are constantly wonky for him and his life. Okay, so let's pull it up. I'm going to use the Earthwoman Tarot. Did I use this tarot deck just now? Let me use a different one. Please pray for me, guys. I really need my package. Please. I gotta use the Model Witch Tarot. Fun and cute tarot deck. I used to be obsessed with tarot deck when I first got it. Current energy. I say this all the time. I always believed him from day one. I've never been a Johnny Depp fan. And I actually find it really funny because I go back, well, sometimes on my For You page on Instagram, or on Instagram, because I only really use Instagram. I'll see clips, like he'll pop up with clips on movies that I've seen him in. I'm like, he was in that movie? How do I not remember that? Like Blow, I love that movie, Blow, and he looks very attractive in that movie. He's like a, I'm like, of course, I find the drug lord attractive. I'm kidding. Let's pull up this energy. Okay. Johnny. So with Page of Cups, Three of Pentacles, and Ten of Cups, so he's really working, being happy. He's very happy right now. Good for him. Really good for him. You know, when I got asked to do, I was hesitant because I don't like to do like, when people have fan bases that can sometimes be very tumultuous. I don't like to really cover them. That's why I don't do sports, because I think sports people tend to be very, I don't know, they can just be a little cuckoo, you know? So I was hesitant at the beginning. I didn't know the full story about him and he and Amber Heard. So a long time ago, I did a video and it did really well. I think this was actually the one that inspired somebody to write to me. I think this is the one that got, no, I think it was Ellen DeGeneres. One of my videos got 27,000 views, and that's what inspired it. I think it could have been the Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard I did on my Instagram a very long time ago. And I said they're going to continue it. They're going to be in battle. This was 4 years ago. After I saw him in the street, actually. I forgot that I saw him in the street. But after I saw him in the street, I'd say around August of that year, I got sent to do, somebody asked me to do him and Amber Heard. So I did it, and I saw that they're going to be in battle. I said, ultimately, he's going to win. I said that from day one. I saw him winning, and I saw that she wasn't going to like it. She was going to try to retaliate, use all her efforts and forces against him. And you know what's crazy? If she spent all that time that she spent on him, trying to get him back, she could have used that into herself, her life, her well-being, becoming a better person, and not being out for vengeance. And that's what I don't get about these type of people, is that there's justice, yes, but she had nothing to have justice against. But anyways, it's another story for another day. And there's justice, but being manipulative, conniving, and entitled is an honor. So I always knew, I said from day one, he's going to come out on the other side. He's going to be very happy. I've said that from day one. I said one day he's going to look back on it and be very, very happy he did it. And it's going to come out in his favor. I've always said that. I got many comments saying no, but I've always believed. I mean, I read what the tarot tells me. My intuition tells me. I don't put it on the tarot, you know? So I'm very happy for him that he's overcome that. Very happy. And now he's looking to build a family type, you know. He wants to build like a community family. I think with this Empress, I've seen an Empress for many years. I think he's being patient to her because I think she doesn't really want the life he has. He has to kind of like make a new life. But he's willing to do it because I think she means a lot to him. And some people have asked me, does he hold on, let me do this and then I'll answer the question that people have asked me. Because with my tired brain, I only have a certain amount of brain cells today. But let's see. Yeah, so I see a lot of planning. Oh, okay. Two of Pentacles in reverse, Ace of Wands, and Two of Wands. So, a lot of planning. Also financial planning. I think he's had to recoup financially, which makes sense because lawyers are very expensive. But somebody asked me, what's the question they asked me? Oh my gosh. I wish I could pull it up, but it's on a completely different system. But they asked me something about the Empress. Does he know about her? Okay, I mean, I said he watches her. I've seen that for a while. I said that she's foreign. I said she has an accent. I said she reminds him of Pocahontas, whatever that means. Whatever that means. And that's what I got. That's the energy that I got. And people have said, why is it taking so long? It's taking so long because he wants to, I think, especially as he's gotten older, he wants to make sure he does it the right way. He wants to do it in a way that she can't say no. And I said, I think she covered the trial and he watched her. And you know what's funny? Okay, so somebody sent me, it wasn't the Johnny Depp fan page. There was somebody else that sent me, I've had so many people send me things, I can't remember who sent me what. That's why with Instagram I'm the worst because I'll literally see like 8 unread messages and I get so overwhelmed that I have to literally process each one at a time. But somebody had sent me, no, someone. Sorry guys, I have to look at my ring because it could be my package. But somebody sent me Popcorn Planet. They sent me this thing and I finally watched it. December was my time to watch it. So I watched it like a month ago. And he had said something along the lines of he watches YouTubers. It was actually very, very sweet that he watches YouTubers. And actually he said that Popcorn Planet, what's his name? Andy, that guy? I watch him all the time, but like I'm telling you guys, I'm the worst. I think his name's Andy. But he, I think what I saw from it is that Johnny Depp watched Andy, that's his name, and he was inspired, you know, and I can only imagine during that time what it must feel like to be alone, you know, and Hollywood's against you, and I mean, I can't stand Hollywood people, so. And that I just think they're very shallow and empty inside. But in a nutshell, oh, you watched it too? Yeah, I watched. It depends on how busy I am, and I tend to be a very busy person. So if I have time, when I have time, I'll watch things. And I had completely missed, because apparently he met them like years ago. I don't know why I missed it, but I missed it. Thank you. His name is Andy. Yeah, yeah. I watched him with the whole It Ends With Us, but again, I go back and forth. Sometimes I watch it, sometimes I don't. But I didn't see that until that person sent me. They sent it to me around December. I can't remember who it was, but they sent it to me around December, and they said that he thanked, because I said in my live that I see him saying thank you for supporting me to her. And I had never seen him say that to anybody. And then somebody sent me this video on Instagram, and they said that, oh, he has thanked people for supporting him. And they sent me the Popcorn Planet video. And I was like, I watch him. How come I just missed that? Completely missed it. So I watched it, and I thought it was so, so, so sweet that he did that. Apparently, they went to like a show or something. Like there was a, and this woman actually said back to Venus, right? Venus energies. This woman said, because his Venus is in Taurus, right? Let's see. Yeah, his Venus is in Taurus. This woman said that his Venus and Taurus, their way of, their love language is doing little things for the people that they love. And I think it's stuff like that. So that's why I see package. I see him sending her a package, and it's going to be along the lines of thank you for supporting me or something. I think she's like a reporter who reported the truth, and or something like that, or helped him in some kind of way. And he watched her from then. And it's taken him this long because I think that he wants to do it the right way. I think he's seen, go back and watch my videos. I think he's seen what doing things in a rush does. But now, especially Venus and Taurus, takes its time. She did say, because I watched all of them, I was so intrigued. And I remembered specifically the fixed signs, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, because I like to compare the fixed signs for some reason. And she said the Scorpios tend to be very all in, and I have an ex Venus and Scorpio, and I can relate. He's a Scorpio and Venus and Scorpio. So, I really liked seeing that he is grateful for the people that helped him. And I have only empathy for him. I say this all the time. I don't think he's a victim. I think that he did get something out of it. But from the trial, it seems like he saw why he was drawn to her, why he was attracted to her. I mean, she is very pretty, but looks. That's why sometimes I thought he was shallow, because he's always dated like a very pretty woman. Winona Ryder isn't really that pretty. I like her a lot, what I know of her, except for the shoplifting thing. But she has a very interesting look to her. Same thing with Kate Moss, a very interesting look. So I just thought, he goes for looks. I was being judgmental. I thought he was shallow. But I see that he has, in fact, when I saw him in the street, I saw that he has a lot of substance. And I was shocked, actually. And I was like, now I see why people go crazy. Because people go crazy for him. I've never been one of those people. My sister was, but I've never been one of those people. But that day, I understood, and I was like, okay, I can stop making fun of my sister when I saw him in the street, because I saw this regal energy. But yeah, so I see very strongly that he's finally happy, and he feels like he's over the hump. And now he's just making space for this Empress. One of his big things in life, energetically, that I can see is that he wants to complete the circle. And the circle is, I'm so sad for him. That makes me so sad. Feeling like he was left out. I just want to cry. I'm going to get emotional. So he wants to complete that circle. He doesn't want to feel left out anymore. It's so. It's not funny, but I just find it interesting to me that people, you can be the highest paid actor on Guinness Book of Records and still feel like you're left out. I think it's so interesting to me. So Six of Pentacles, five, and be shy. I saw a reading. I did a reading. I saw him and I saw that he was shy in the reading. I was like, and then Popcorn Planet confirmed it. He was like, yeah, he's shy. I was like, I don't get it. I never understood shyness because I'm not a shy person. I don't come from a shy family. Nobody in my family is shy. We're all very big personalities. So I've never understood shy. And sometimes I have to remind myself people are shy. Like if I say hi to somebody and I'm like, hi, and they're like, I don't really want to talk. I used to find it rude, But now I've had to understand over the past 2, 3 years, because I have a friend that's very shy. I see things through her lens and I see, okay, maybe they're not rude. Maybe they're just shy. So I've had to remember that about shy people. I understand it now. She's had to explain to me that she gets overly sensitive, which I do too. I've had a lot of social anxiety because when you're an empath, you feel things a lot. Like I feel people's energies, and sometimes I have to step away. But I'll still smile, say hi, and then I'll step away. But some people, they can't even get it out to them, which I understand. I never used to, but after having a friend who's shy, I understand. I hope he gets to heal it. I think he is. Six of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, Seven of Swords. He is. And he's finally setting boundaries, because that was a big thing that I saw for him, is that he doesn't have to take on. And when you are left out, I can relate. When you are the one that's left out, you feel like that. You want to include people because you're like, I was left out. But that's also victim mentality. That's something I've had to heal recently through therapy, through understanding, okay, I'm not a victim, about certain things. Because, when you're a child, you take on victimhood of things and then they become a part of our identity. So something that I've had to recently realize is that just because I was left out does not mean I'm a victim. And it also doesn't mean that I have to take on other people that are left out too. You can have empathy, but it shouldn't be from a place of guilt. It should just be from the kindness of your heart. And when you have that, then you can set proper boundaries because you don't feel burdened. I used to feel also in my upbringing, I used to feel very burdened to take things on. Sometimes I still feel like that. Like, the coworker asks me something that I can't do and I have to say no. I still feel like burdened, and I'm like, oh, how do I say no? I have that internal struggle, and I have to remind myself, you are allowed to say no. You don't owe anybody anything. So that's a huge thing, especially for empaths. We need to all remember that you don't have to say yes to everything, especially if you don't want to, because then you're doing it out of burden. There's obviously things we don't want to do, like for our kids and stuff. That we have to, that are dire, or for parents, if you're still on good terms with parents, you feel like you got what you deserve, like you got back, there's a mutual respect, or family members too, but it shouldn't come at the cost of you, so I'm very happy for him that he's setting those boundaries. Boundaries are big, especially if you're an empath. They're very, very, very big. And don't feel guilty for setting them, because it's the rule book. Somebody, I had this therapist say it such a great way. He said, and I'm going to butcher it, I'm sorry. In a nutshell, he said that boundaries are a rule book of entry into your life. And I was like, wow, that's so deep. And it's true. Like, not everybody deserves to be in your life, and that's okay. They really don't. But if they decide to come into your life, you have a right to set rules, not like overly bearing rules, but guidelines of, hey, like when somebody enters your house, take off your shoes, please, or don't do this in my house, or like, just little things. Those are the boundaries into your life. So I'm going to end it now. This has been so fun, everybody. I'm going to do a live very soon. I want to do another. I decided I'm going to do a new moon and full moon reading for all the members. Just because people weren't really watching, and I don't want to do things that people don't watch. I don't want to waste my time. Because I do love it when you guys are present in their lives. It really helps me out a lot. I don't know if you know this, but there's a picture of Taylor and Travis. And Travis looks so miserable. I'm not surprised. Travis looks so miserable. I've been telling people, the Swifties don't want to believe me, but yep, not surprised at all. Both things can be true. I don't know why people don't understand this. Both things can be true. That's something I had to learn when I met Cameron Diaz. She was so rude to me. And I was like, I was young and she was so rude to me, and I felt kind of really small. I feel like she made me feel small, and it was such a horrible feeling. And I had grown up. She was my favorite actress, and like they say, don't meet your heroes, you know. But I had to understand both things can be true. Somebody can be extremely talented and be an a-hole. And my thing about both things can be true with Taylor and Travis is that Taylor Swift can be extremely talented. Swifties need to understand that. Taylor, she is very talented. I stand behind that. People have said no. I stand behind that as somebody. I used to write music. I used to sing. It's not easy. It's not easy at all to write every song, to sing every song, to record every song, and then to do it on stage, you know? So I give her that. I always give people credit. Like, same thing with J-Lo. She's not a talented singer at all, but I love her fashion. I love that she is always rising. Nothing can bring J-Lo down. I love that. I absolutely love it. I think that's such an amazing quality that she has. Nothing can bring her down. But my thing about Taylor, I'll give her props. She can be very manipulative, and she's using this to be a shield. Sorry, guys. To be a shield against her past, because now we see Joe Alwyn also coming up more. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. So we're seeing Joe Alwyn come up more. We're seeing all these things, and it's just, you know, watch this space, because what I said about them is right, and I don't want to be like right, but I just want to say that I don't say these things. I'm invested in reality TV. That's why I love Traitors, my favorite show on earth. That's what I'm invested in. But yeah, it's the celebrity stuff. I just read what the tarot tells me, and I tell you guys what we can learn from it. So I've been accurate a lot because I don't put my prejudice on the tarot. If it were up to me, Taylor Swift would be in an amazing relationship. She'd be happy. I want that for her. I really do. I think she deserves it. But what I want is not what she wants and what she's doing, you know? So I just want to put that out there. So I'm going to love you guys, leave you guys. I will be seeing you guys very soon. Maybe tomorrow, if my work is not that busy, they might cut me. We'll see about that. So maybe tomorrow, maybe I'll come back and you guys can give me ideas. Please, please, please give me ideas on lives. I don't want to just do one subject over and over again. I do like to do variety. I do know you guys are really interested in the Johnny Depp thing, he is a very fascinating person. I do understand that. I just kind of get a little bored. I do like doing readings on him, but I also like variety. And same thing with Harry Styles. Same thing with Harry Styles. Same thing with Aaron Taylor Johnson. Zayn, I don't do a lot of readings on him because I think he likes privacy, and I don't like to impose when people like privacy. Especially with tarot, I can feel the energy of when somebody's like, I can just feel the energy. So I do love ideas. So please, I would much take them, and I'm so grateful for every single one of you. Thank you so much, everybody. Bye, Nola. Oh, bye, Didi. I love you so much. I'm so grateful for you. I'm so grateful for all of you, and I hope to see you guys very soon. Maybe I'll go live tomorrow. I just recorded 2 videos, by the way, that I'll be releasing soon. So maybe I'll go live tomorrow. I love you all, everybody. Take care.